Good afternoon. My name is Wilson Bearhead, and it's an honor to be with you here today. Canadian Geographic's online classroom is dedicating the month of June to Indigenous traditions, culture, and also learning from the Indigenous people. Today we are here to share with you the story of the song and dance of our people, our ancestors. I remember years ago growing up on a reservation, and the only music we heard were the sounds of the drums, the singing of the elders and the young people, which was truly amazing. Today we want to share that part of history with you. Many years ago when I was a child, I wanted to learn how to drum and sing. But my father said, "You're a little too young. You're going to have to wait till you get older." So of course I was excited and I couldn't wait for that day to come. And then one day, when I was 12, turning 13, my father gave my uncle tobacco to teach me how to sing and how to drum. Well, made me really excited now. I was on my way. And then my uncle said, "Well, we're going to have to wait because now I'm going to have to go see my uncle. And my uncle is going to share with you Creator's gift of the drum and also of the song." 6 months gone by and finally it's December, we go. It was cold, but it didn't matter. I was enjoying my time, going to go and hear the story first time. Now, as I remember the story, it had many messages in this story. It was a story of healing. It was a story of the journey of healing. Because healing takes us to many time periods. When we're sick, it could be a day, could be a week, could be a month. But in this story, the journey of healing took 1 year. Agamwazi means 1 year. And it talked about how the Creator sent a message to the people at that time to bring forward healing. In the story, I learned about how the drum was created, how empty hollow log was to be found, and hides were to be attached on each side. But they also were encouraged to get 4 legs representing or symbolizing the 4 legs of the animal in which we had the hide that we have taken. And they also said to us, you use 4 sticks like this. And they also said to us in the story that you need to have 4 young men that can sit at this drum. Young men that are wanting to learn, young men that are just starting out, young men who are pure at heart and mind and spirit were to come to this drum and sing. And they also, in this story, I learned the song that came with the drum. And so we want to share that with you today. But before we start, my uncle used to tell me, when acknowledging Creator's gifts, you must cleanse yourself. You must cleanse yourself. And you must do a smudge of your spirit, the drum leg spirit. We're going to start sharing with you songs that come from the drum. We're also going to share with you the animals that brought the dances to us. But also we want to share with you one of the winged ones that had an amazing voice, and that is of the loon. When I was younger, we were always taught to try to make your voice sound like the loon, mimic the loon. And that is a sound that you'll need to come and sing at this drum. But before we start, my late uncle used to tell me that one of the things is to acknowledge your spirit, acknowledge the spirit of the drum legs, and the drumsticks. So we're going to, at this time, we're going to smudge. We're going to smudge ourselves. We're going to purify our spirits and our minds and our hearts and our body to share with you the songs that go with the drum. Now in the story it talks about how the drum had a special song that was gifted to the drum that connects the drum spirit to our spirit. And the story talks about healing, and the story talks about the 4 young men. And according to the elder that shared this story with me, the 4 young men were taught this song so they can sing it during the healing ceremony. So we're going to sing that song of the drum here quickly. All right. Now we also like to share with you songs that have come to us by the way of storytelling. The stories that were shared to us came from the grandmothers that always made sure we had a good sleep when we're little. And the stories were of teaching, but they're also of making sure that we had a good sleep. So the story that I'm going to share with you today is they told us that the animals in this world were our relatives, and we had to build a good relationship with them. Because those are the ones that have given us so much, given so much to the two-legged in this world. They gave their bodies for food, they gave their bodies for clothing, and they gave their bodies so we could have this drum as well. And so they also taught us how to dance, I understand. And many of the dances today come from that story, and we still carry on those different rhythms and those different breeds of the animals so that we can share the dances with you. This one here is a song that we're going to sing for the four-legged that dance the way they do. And it's kind of a different beat, but it's also a wonderful beat. And a lot of people enjoy this one, so we want to share this one with you. So I'm going to ask my grandson, Tristan, Marty, to help me out, and I'm going to ask my son, Kaylem Bearhead, here to help me out, and my other grandson, Merrik, to come and help me out as we share with you this song.
Hey!
to another dance. A dance that comes from the winged ones. Many of you travel down the highways or the back roads and you see the winged ones land on the ground just beside you or in front of you. And you can see them as they hop across the road. And many of our people have taken that dance and have turned that dance into what is known as the crow hop. So we'd like to share this one with you. It's got a beautiful beat, it's got a beautiful sound, and it's part of many of the gatherings across Turtle Island that we share. So we're going to share the crow hop with you. Invite you to share your stories and your songs. Well, at this time, we'd like to say thank you to all our listeners and our viewers. We also like to thank Canadian Geographic. And we invite all of you Indigenous people across Turtle Island to please share your stories and your songs. And you're welcome to the website, to Canadian Geographic, and share with the world. Share with the people that are wanting to know more about Indigenous song and dance or Indigenous stories. And so I thank each and every one of you. I thank the young fellas that are here today to do the drumming. We truly appreciate their wonderful music, their sound. So with that, Ishnish Pinamano.